What is up, guys? This is Mark with the Mic, and this is another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling. I'm Mark with the Mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. All right, Tucky, we did it. We did it.
Okay. Yeah. So we are in the aftermath of Money in the Bank this week. We also got the Week in Wrestling, the podcast we listened to, which there are some really interesting ones that you should definitely check out, especially Talking Jericho before the Ring Dark Side of the Ring episode, which is the last episode for Owen Hart.
The last Dark Side of the Ring I saw was, I know I told you I saw the Doctor.
Yeah.
What was his name? The guy that slapped Stossel.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one. The one after that was
saw
about Herb.
Dino Bravo. That's the one I saw. The assassination of Dino Bravo.
That was a good one.
That's a good one. Wow.
You got to see the Herb Abrams one, because that one was just fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
And then the last episode was the Road Warriors, which was interesting as well.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna try to watch all of them.
And this Tuesday is the final episode, which is featuring Owen Hart and the death of Owen Hart. And this is his wife's first time kind of speaking out in the whole situation, actually doing it in the public and things like that. So, and she kind of talks about like the lawsuits and shit like that. So it's kind of fucked up. When you start listening to it, you be like, man, Vince, man, you fucked up.
I mean, listen, when you listen to a lot of those dark side of the rings, you think this is a monster, man.
Yeah, but then again, you also see him taking the back of a lot of guys as well, and those are the things that don't get highlighted.
This is true.
Because if you look at the Snooker fucking one, he took Snooker's back.
But then in the one with the other guy, the blonde doctor guy, that slapped Stossel, he just threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we get into the whole review of Money in the Bank and the Week in Wrestling, I just want to give you a little update on Retromania Wrestling, the game that's coming out. I think it has a release date for July.
Really?
It's in a month in July. I kind of pre-ordered the collector's edition for the Switch because I heard our boys, the Broskis, are in there. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers.
How they get in there? When was this made? Who knows? Any answer?
I think they were going to be in it no matter what.
Okay. All right.
But they are in this game. They announced it last week on their Major Wrestling Figure podcast, and they're actually going to have an interview on the Game Marks podcast with the creators of the Retromania game. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I did pre-order. I am going to get it on PS4 as well, just the fact that I want to support it, and I like the kind of what they're doing with it.
So when you pre-order it, is it going to be a physical edition?
So, sadly, it's not. So the deluxe edition I got just comes with extra shit, but it's a digital version of the game.
So they don't have one like super rare limited.
No,
right?
they don't.
Okay. Because I know things like Streets of Rage. There's a few other like
limited runs to
digital games that will do. What you just say? The company's like usually limited run games.
Yeah, that's the one that's doing the Streets of Rage one. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I know that happens. Okay, that's missed opportunity. I hope they. Do you know if the Broski and Bare Minimum Brian are gonna do anything?
He's Maximum Effort Brian now.
Oh, all right, Maximum Effort. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm in.
So they are definitely in the game. I see the character models and all, and it's pretty much their last like kind of outfits they had, but they actually did not put the Zack Ryder. It has Matt Cardona and Brian Myers on it, so they had to be able. So I have a feeling they had their sprites made already, and they were just waiting for their fucking logos.
But see, I wonder also if they, because you said they have their normal gear. I wonder if they're gonna have the Major Wrestling Figure podcast gear.
No, I actually see it. It's Brian Myers Mets colors with the edge pans.
Oh, so it's not gonna be that.
But it's not. It doesn't say Hawkins. It says Myers on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I would love it if they had that. Do you remember the figures that they made?
Yeah.
Where they had the masks on?
Yeah.
I would love it.
Those
are alternate costumes.
Who knows? There's rumor for DLC. They're gonna see how much the game is getting supported and how people are reacting to it, then they're gonna try their best to unload DLC. They're getting more wrestlers to sign on to be on it and stuff like that. So
Okay.
far, we got 4, 8, 12, 16 wrestlers.
Well, listen, when it comes out and you get yours, make sure you review it so
Yes.
I'll know what the deal is because
Yes.
I
Yes.
might pick it up.
Yeah. So so far they have match types. You have single, you have tag, you have 6-man tag, you have 8-man tag, you have 3-way, 4-way, retro, rumble, and elimination and match options: elimination, steel cage, and tornado matches.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much whatever. It's pretty much all the matches they had in the WrestleFest game.
Okay.
Um, Pretty much a small. It has a small like buttons. It uses mainly the face buttons. You have a run button, you have a strong button, you have a medium, you have a weak, and you climb button.
Oh, ooh.
The
Okay.
medium is medium and pin. Weak is weak and climb.
Oh, okay. So you press two at the same time?
Yeah. So one note that you guys probably never realized, or honestly, I remember that you never was able to do. You couldn't go on the top rope in WrestleFest.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So
Nah, I see. I only have experience of the original one,
yeah,
which was in the arcade,
yeah,
and like,
that's the only one, and you couldn't go on the top
oh,
rope.
okay. Okay. Wow, you mean to tell me that game has never had any like sequels or
No, it was
spin-offs?
just that one game.
Wow. That was such a cool game. That kind of sucks that it never had. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So the official sequel to WrestleFest makes its way to Sweden and blah blah, and it's adding 2 to 8 players, local and multiplayer, online to be announced. With customization options, there are over 50 different match variations that you can have. Several match again. I said those 2D pixel art, animated sprints with over 700 frames and animation and animated backgrounds. Story mode plus the 10 pounds of gold mode, your traditional arcade style ladder climb to go for the NWA championship. So NWA is going to be part of this game. Multiple entrance attires and wrestlers. So we actually might get those Major Wrestling Figure Podcast costumes.
That'd be cool. Fingers crossed.
Plenty of surprises that in the game that you won't know about until you actually play through it. More content, additional wrestlers, and more will be made available DLC if the game has enough support. So support this game, and we probably get some DLC. One of the ones I know for a fact they've been trying are working on for DLC is Juice and Thunder Liger.
Oh, wow. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, so far, the roster in the game is the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, Road Warriors, whatever we want to call them, Tommy Dreamer, Nick Aldis, Colt Cabana, Johnny Retro, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, The Blue Meanie, Big Steve Cool, and Hollywood Nova. You also have Nikolai Volkov,
Oh, really?
Koloff,
Wow.
Nikolai Koloff. Jeff
Okay.
Cobb.
Oh, Nikita Kolo. I got
No,
you, I
Katie
got you.
Kova. There you go. Jeff
Yeah.
Cobb, Zack Sabre Jr., Warhorse, and Austin Idol.
Oh, I can't wait because Austin Idol now because of NWA.
Yeah.
His commercials. I love that dude.
So those are the guys that are in your roster right now. There is rumors to have another set of 8. So that you'll see while this game is still getting production and stuff like that. The date is set for July. Within July, they haven't had an actual date yet. So I'm actually excited for the game, and the more the merrier for wrestling games, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Can
definitely.
you talk about? Can I just give a shout out to King of Fighters X WWE?
Yes.
Yo, I don't know who signed off on this, but it has turned into one of the funnest things to see on social media.
Yeah.
It was just people reacting to it
Yeah.
because it's wild, dude.
And
It's
they
crazy.
look great.
They look amazing. I say I wish they could take the sprites, they have like fully, man. They almost like Guilty Gear. You know
Yeah.
how they're animated somewhat.
Yeah, it's like a cell shadish kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I wish they would take those guys and like use them for another WWE game or something.
Like an
It's
arcade
really
wrestling
cool.
game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
not that doesn't look retarded like the other one.
Oh yeah, the one that's the big chunky guy. Listen,
Yeah,
but it looks like it plays kind of, at least a little fun, because I don't play the current games because I don't like how they play.
yeah,
So like if you give me a nice arcade game, I'll take a chunky ugly game
yeah,
because 64 was ugly.
yeah,
But that King of Fighters X WWE game has some of the funniest. And the thing I love about it, um, is that you could tell the people who did it,
yeah,
they, at least whoever wrote it, they know the wrestlers really well.
yeah,
So you'll see quotes and things that The Rock say to other characters like Terry Bogard
yeah,
or Rock Howard, and it's like I could really imagine The Rock saying that.
yeah.
That's good.
So the characters you have in the game, the King of Fighters X WWE, you have Kofi Kingston, which I'm actually really excited that he made it the game. You have Becky Lynch, because I know Kofi Kingston's a big fan of King of Fighters, so him being in the game, I was just excited for him because he's the one that fully reacted to about it. You have Becky Lynch, you have Seth Rollins, you have The Rock, and you have John Cena,
And
Undertaker.
yes, Undertaker. The thing that was cool about just the John Cena was that they even have the Professor of Thugonomics in the game.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. I'm like, I can't believe this. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, the Professor of Thugonomics they have is the last version that he showed up on WWE TV with.
Yes,
With the long
listen,
Yankee jersey and the Yankee hat.
I will take it.
Yeah,
So,
that was actually pretty cool. I'm actually happy that they're doing stuff like that. Hey, the more the merrier. I actually downloaded. To be honest, I actually downloaded the game to see how it plays.
Okay.
But you'll see it, King of Fighter All Stars on your phone, tablet.
Awesome.
I guess check that out. Enough for video games, but we have our Money in the Bank review. I guess we start that first, and then we go into the week of wrestling. So, Money in the Bank was last Sunday, live in the Performance Center, and technically in the headquarters in Connecticut. That was pre-filmed.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Just to say. But it was a good show. Like I actually fully enjoyed the show. I think the matches themselves all had a good time. It wasn't like a long pay-per-view, which is sometimes it's good to not have such a long pay-per-view. I think every match did their part. I think everyone had their fair share of time, and it ended early, and I was fine with that.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked the way they presented it.
Yeah.
I liked the way the matches flowed, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, you know what? It could have been bad. It could have been something that was like, I'm not feeling this. But the way they did everything, it was mostly good, and I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with the kickoff match. Jeff Hardy defeats Cesaro.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good match. I still was just kind of like, what? Because we were talking about it the last week.
Yeah.
We thought it should have been Jeff Hardy and Sheamus.
Yeah.
So, but they're building to it, so we'll see it soon. So that's about it. A good match.
Yeah,
decent
there were
match.
like two matches that just came out of nowhere, and like it was Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro, and then it was supposed to be R-Truth versus MVP, but then Bobby Lashley came and beat up R-Truth.
That's actually fun. Like, see, there was funny things that happened during the pay-per-view that me being, I like some of the silly character stuff that actually made me laugh.
Yeah.
Because then it led to Monday and the return of Pretty Ricky. So
Yeah. So Jeff Hardy defeats Cesaro. What grade you give that? I
give it a 3.5.
I give it a 2. It was solid.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown Tag Team Champions kick off the Money in the Bank show. The New Day versus Miz and Morrison versus the Lucha House Party versus the Forgotten Sons. I actually thought this match was excellent.
Yes, me as well. I was gonna say this was like maybe my match of the night.
Okay.
Tied with the championship match, like one of the championship matches. So
okay.
This match was fun.
It was fun. I liked everyone got their shine, everyone got their power and things like that. New Day, we changed the titles.
It was I like the way they did it too. You know what I mean? Like it was good.
I give this match a 4.5.
I do as well. I agree. Like it was just fun, dude.
Yeah.
And it was, you know what it was too? That it seemed like it was a build up from the SmackDown before.
Yeah, and I think that's something that SmackDown been very good with lately is the building of the tag team division more than what Raw has been doing.
And your boy Lince Dorado, he wore his White Ranger costume. At
Yes,
least it
that
looked
was
like
dope.
it. Yeah, so.
We actually want to see him create that suit. Go to his Twitch channel. He's Lucha, I think it's LuchaCat.com.
Okay.
Lucha on Twitch. I'll find the link and we'll put it below. Bobby Lashley defeats R-Truth, and when R-Truth thought he was going to fight MVP, and he ended up fighting Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I liked it because it was a complete swerve from what we just got finished saying.
Yeah.
Why is this match on the card?
Yeah.
And it turns out, it was a little bit of story. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
I liked it. It was funny. Why they got to do R-Truth like that, though?
Yeah. You know, something I posted up, I actually posted up this on the Major Wrestling Figure Pods because someone said, write something that you wish happened that didn't happen within WWE or something like that. And I was like, yo, they could have easily capitalized on R-Truth winning the Money in the Bank.
You're right.
Like him accidentally winning it. Like, say for instance, like Gronk lost the 24/7 title, right? It runs into the ladder match with another referee, and one of the contendants of the Money in the Bank pins the person that wins the 24/7 title. Now it puts R-Truth, like him going after that title, it puts him in the match because now he's included within that match because now it's a sanctioned match because he put himself in the 24/7 title. So it's for both things.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, that would okay.
You could have had him get the pin for the 24/7 title and then the fucking Money in the Bank fall on him.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, listen, that's still kind of like what happened, but
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's actually pretty cool.
I want to see R-Truth as WWE champ.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Like he will entertain the shit out of you as WWE champ. So there's nothing bad that could happen off of him being WWE champ.
Nope. Especially not now when he's that's again, like I said, after Monday, he was allowed to do what he was doing. It was just like, oh my goodness, I love this right now.
So Bobby Lashley beats R-Truth. I give it a 2.5. Like, it was okay. It was a decent match. I was just want R-Truth to win.
Yeah, no. I would give it like a 4, but not for the match quality. It was the pure story, and I was like, oh, this is funny, so I'm in.
Okay. You got SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley defeats Tamina. I actually thought this was a solid match for what I thought it was going to be.
It was one of Tamina's better matches. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Especially because she had time.
Yeah.
Especially because she had time. She doesn't normally get like time for a match, so yeah.
And I think Bayley and her worked good together. I think Bayley worked her as the stronger person and things like that. And
yes,
I liked it. I'll give the match a 3.5.
I agree as well. Again, I would say though, if you put definitely this is something you put in a highlight reel for Tamina.
Yeah.
Because it was good.
Next match is the Universal Championship match. Braun Strowman defeats Bray Wyatt. I actually liked the match. My only gripe with it is that he put the mask on himself, and I felt like it should have been Wyatt to put the mask on him.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Other than that, I did like what he did.
I liked that it wasn't a 100% straight up wrestling match because it was kind of going that way.
Yeah.
But then again, dude, I still like to watch Bray Wyatt wrestle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he still has like a move set and just the way he moves in the ring anyway that I like to watch. So even if it was just a regular full match, it would have been fine for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mask thing, I kind of like that though.
One thing I actually really liked about it built.
But you know what I'm saying? Hold on. It did get kind of awkward. 2 grown-ass men hugging in the middle of the ring. I'm going to stop there.
One thing funny. I did like about this match, and one thing that kind of, like you're saying, building a story. So it seems like Bray Wyatt is trying his best not to get the Fiend involved. And that was the thing that I got off the end of the match. Now, like, all right, you don't want to join me? I got you. Now I can't control what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, I get that. You're right.
So I did like that, and I like you built more story into it. Now the Fiend is gonna go after Braun Strowman, and it's not gonna be so pretty.
You're right. That's actually a good way to look at it.
WWE Champion Drew McIntyre defeats Seth Rollins. This match was my match of the night.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the championship match I was talking about. Oh my goodness.
this
Good
was.
chemistry.
I think this match in general was their best match they ever had.
Mm-hmm. I guess definitely say that. Definitely.
And they fought for the IC title. They fought during the tag titles and things like that. We got, for a while, we got a week of Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre like almost every day, every fucking week. So we got a lot of matches off of them. This one felt so different that I extremely enjoyed it. I love Seth Rollins' reaction after the match and fucking him on Raw and him going fucking just didn't brush his hair and let his hair. He just got out of bed like that.
He slept in his gear.
Yeah. I liked that whole thing.
Music.
So this match was great.
4.5 for me. I loved everything. Seth Rollins' music was great. Debuted the new Messiah music, which is I kind of question it now because is he gonna stay the Messiah?
Yeah, like isn't it a little too late?
You got a baby coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening?
Well, I think he's still gonna work.
No. I'm saying, but he's gonna be the Messiah. But he's a bad example for his unborn child.
Yeah, exactly.
But
or setting a good example, depending on how you see it.
Oh, yeah.
Just take the people's eyes out, and then you'll win.
I think the only thing, and this is here's my fantasy for like little addition for this match.
Yeah,
would have been a meaningful use for Buddy Murphy in it.
Me too.
That's the only thing I say that would have made this match a 5 for me. If you'd have had Buddy find a way to be like useful.
Yeah.
Because like then I could see Seth winning and it'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like so. That's
but I also felt like I actually think that him losing also kind of built the character, like kind of built story going into the next show. Mm-hmm. So I was fine with his loss,
especially because of the end.
Yeah.
The handshake and all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I did like I give it a 4.75. It was close enough. I really enjoyed it.
Gotcha.
And now we have our main event, which is the Money in the Bank. We had the women and men start at the same time. The women started at the lobby. The men started in the gym.
Yes.
And
why? What's with WWE and these fights in the damn gym and them breaking windows? They got to stop that.
I feel like they just had that one same window that they keep breaking.
We got like 7 of these back there. We got to use it at some point.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Scott Steiner didn't like this match, but I did. The women's one starts off with Asuka on the balcony, fucking jumping on like a ninja, and then running into the elevator and dancing in the elevator. That shit had me fucking rolling.
Oh my goodness. That was, again, she was the highlight of the women's part of the match.
Asuka was MVP.
Yes. Of the whole thing, yeah. I would say.
Asuka was MVP.
Although I don't know if you agree that they killed it by not coming up with a better explanation, but Baron Corbin's moment when he threw them off the roof was funny.
But
the explanation is the problem I have.
So my problem is, just fucking work with it. True. Like, oh, how you felt falling off the roof? It hurt. I don't really want to talk about it.
It wasn't that far. It hurt. I'm good.
Yeah, like I hated the fact that they explained it. I was like, just fucking roll with it. Simple as that. I feel like I didn't need to be explained that y'all was not gonna get thrown off the roof. Like I know you're not gonna be dead because then WWE will be fucking sued and closed down and they will be arrested. There will be arrest if that actually really happened. You knew that this is when you come to a point that wrestling is a show. In general, you're gonna get some realistic fights. The bumps can't be taken, but you can't also take things very seriously within wrestling as well. Wrestling is still a sort of entertainment in a show. So when they got thrown off the roof, I laughed my ass off because I knew Rey Mysterio was going off. We said it in the last podcast that was the main person that we thought was gonna fall off the roof was Rey Mysterio.
Oh, you 100%. That was your guy.
Yeah.
Who did I had a different guy, but I agree with.
You had Otis.
I said.
You had Otis.
How was he gonna go off and win? I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know, but that would have showed some strong ass motherfucker.
You right.
You see him indent the car and just get it back up.
Oh yeah.
But I guaranteed, and I even said in the last cast, Rey Mysterio is gonna be the one flying off the roof.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it was him. And then Aleister Black got thrown off as well. I thought the spot was funny. I think even Baron Corbin should have just fucking sold it. Like, so what?
He didn't
He did.
like turn around and laugh at them or
Yeah.
anything. I thought that was like the one thing missing.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like he would have got so much heat if he just fucking laughed, like giggled about it, and fucking went back in. But other than that, like, I thought the spot was fine. You heard the airbags.
Yeah, that's the one other thing. You could just hear the. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you heard the airbags
Yeah.
and everything. So like again, it's a show. Like, fucking enjoy it. Stop bitching about it's not realistic shit like that. Shut the fuck up.
But also to their part too, the WWE's part is also you kind of ruined it.
Yeah, I think they ruined it explaining it. Like, you should have just let them fucking be nonchalant about him. Like, yeah, I fell, I hurt.
Yep.
Because they didn't have bandages on. They didn't like. I
Nothing.
feel like people fell off the cage and they had more fucking bandages and shit like that than they fucking.
Word.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring something up to you that I thought about before the cast. And I was like, this is something I think that WWE has not addressed. Speaking of falling off of things, remember the last pay-per-view before this? Kevin Owens jumped off of the sign. Well, at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens jumped off of the sign on Seth Rollins. And the next night, Seth Rollins was okay.
Yeah.
Now, apparently in WWE, if you fall off of something, you sustain no damage. I was just gonna.
Yeah.
That's just it. You can fall off of whatever, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Owens is done. He's home because of fucking ankle.
No. I'm just saying. But it's funny. The dude who got dropped on is fine.
Look at Mick Foley.
Hey, yeah. Well, he's
two of the most famous things. His ass getting back up with a tooth in his nose.
Well, listen. That was not like Kevin Owens. Oh Lord. But also, Mick Foley is crazy.
Mick Foley's crazy, but he walked that shit off. Like, Rey Mysterio, like, again, like, you got thrown off the roof. I actually expect at least a bandage on the ribs and maybe a slink.
Something.
Just say, yo, we fell. That's it. And honestly, the whole 6 feet thing don't make sense, because it was like, why exactly 6 feet? It would be, like, honestly, if any building, if you really think about it, it's about a good 15 feet if there's an extra landing of it. It's not.
No. But I want you to think about that realistically.
Yeah.
And if a rooftop was 6 feet, how does half the people that work there get through the door?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
what?
it's 6 feet don't make sense.
Like, they had, and you can see that was a roof area that it probably had a patio, had an area to sit and whatnot. How you get out there on that second deck?
Yeah.
It's a 6 foot opening. Stop.
Yeah. Anyway. But and they took time to film and things like that. But I felt like you didn't have to explain it. I think it would have been funny if you just been mad nonchalant. I think Baron Corbin should have laughed at it, and should have laughed at it more when he fucking was asked about it, and he was like, "Yo, anything goes, right?"
I think the one thing that would make me just like accept everything was if they had filmed that.
Yeah.
So, like, after the and them laying on something like all beat up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I took that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I did like a lot of the spots they did. They did a lot of funny spots. Like, you had Baron Corbin on the ropes and fucking Otis doing the yes chants while Daniel Bryan kicking him.
Yes. That was,
you had Carmella getting the fake Money in the Bank in the conference room.
Oh, Dana Brooke. And then
Dana
Stephanie shows up.
Yeah.
With her theme music.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it? They had wasn't like Doink in the bathroom.
Yeah, Doink just came out and it wasn't even Doink. It was like some dude just dressed as Doink.
Yeah, and then Brother Love was telling Rey
came out the bathroom.
I love you. It was like, I love you too. I gotta go.
So I guess like what? Anytime someone shows up, their theme music hits. Like, honestly, if that was the way the office worked, I would be dope. Like, I get my own theme music whenever I go to a room, and my theme music hits, and they know exactly it's me that comes in.
That'd be cool, but then you can never come late. So
exactly, they like, you late again, like motherfucker, stupid damn theme music.
Oh yeah, we just thought about that. You just reminded me the cameo by Vince.
And cameo by Vince, and they fucking fixed the chairs and left.
No. AJ fixed the chairs, and Daniel Bryan made fun of him. I like the little interaction with AJ and Daniel.
Yeah, I thought it was funny though, like, cause I thought it was funny because the whole like after the words he was yelling at Daniel Bryan for fixing the chairs and all that shit. Like if Daniel Bryan didn't have to go back fix the chairs and shit, I would have won the Money in the Bank.
Oh, he did. He just lied on him.
Yeah, he said that Daniel Bryan was the one fixing chairs and shit, kissing ass. They had Carmella whack Dana Brooke with her Money in the Bank picture.
Yes, that was cool.
And then you had her moonwalk on the carpet, which I think is very difficult because you hear the.
Oh shit! I love it. Again. R.I.P. to Dana Brooke for the slip and fall that took her out.
Yeah. You had a lot of things. You had them all come together in the catering room or food room or lunch room, where it was fucking called, and they had a big ass food fight, and fucking Rey Mysterio got joked by Shayna Baszler, and that's when they all kind of got together.
Jax, and then poor Paul Heyman, he got the words. He got the initial thing to the face, dude.
But then you got Rey Mysterio getting squashed by Nia and Otis.
Yeah, you right.
He got the turtle. That was the Ninja Turtle finish.
Oh wow! Damn, that was a shell shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got shell shock. Shell shock. That's our podcast. Listen to it.
Shout out.
Yeah, there was a lot of like fun shit. I think overall I enjoyed the hell out of it. Just the fact that the straight out entertainment, it was fun. The women's side wasn't as great. I think Asuka was the MVP. She was just funny as hell. She had me entertained the whole time. I'm a little sad that she did not spray mist once, but then again I understand it's a pandemic and you want to shoot fluids at people.
Yeah. Yeah. This is true.
Because I actually kind of thought about that also with Becky Lynch on Monday. I was like, you know what would have been fucked up if she would have just sprayed her in the face.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But I understand, like, she's pregnant and shit like that. You don't want her, like, fucking getting sprayed and then falling accidentally and things like that.
I just mean you don't want her to get sprayed in a current situation.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're going to give baby corona and shit like that.
No, not that. But people be like, come on, how you going to show unsafe practices on the...
Yeah.
People got any reason to bitch, so you know how it is.
For overall, the match, King Corbin was going for the title. Elias returns and whacks Corbin with the title. Whacks Corbin with the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles starts trying to go for the thing. They both drop the briefcase, and Otis catches the briefcase. Before that, Asuka.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
He was about to drop it.
Yeah, he did.
Real good.
Like you fumbled it, motherfucker.
That'd be great if he dropped it.
Yeah. The women's one ended first, and that was when Asuka went for the title. She pretty much was dominant throughout this whole thing. Like she was just fucking taking people out and fucking taking advantage of the situation.
And she was smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. So it was easy to see she was gonna win.
So Asuka had to fight Lacey Evans and Nia Jax for the final part, but also deal with King Corbin, who climbed the same ladder she scaled, and then before a slap and a boot to the face, she kicked King Corbin off the ladder in order for her to win.
That was hilarious. She got him dead on too.
Asuka, congratulations! You're the Money in the Bank, and when we go into Monday Night Raw, we'll see what she did with the Money in the Bank.
Yes.
But Money in the Bank, I'll give it a 4.
I give it a 4.
It was
entertaining.
Yeah, like I was very, very happy in how they did it. They added the cheesiness, but it was good cheesiness. It wasn't corny cheesiness, and again, like I kind of want to work in that office as long as I get a theme music. I want to go to the bathroom, like no chance. But like I guess like any person shows up, they have a theme music that comes behind them. It was very fun. I understand the situations they had to work in, and they made the most of it. The women, as much as I was disappointed with the lineup they had, they did their best. I was entertained. I think Dana Brooke really shined in this.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good time, and then she motherfucker mopping in the middle of a ladder match took Dana Brooke out.
it was the most underwhelming out though. I was just dying laughing.
Yeah.
Like, what? She's gone? Yo, I'm 900%. I was sure she was gonna come back at the end and do something.
Yeah.
I was so sad. I was like, yo, she's done. Wow.
But moving on to her performance, I think she's gonna line up going for the SmackDown Women's title soon.
Didn't she have a match on
SmackDown.
like? Yeah. So okay,
All right.
okay, I can see
So our Money in the Bank review. What you rate the whole pay per view?
the whole pay-per-view. I get a 4.
I give it a 4 as well. It was very entertaining. They did the most that they could do, and I enjoyed it. And I'm happy with the Money in the Bank winners.
Yes, me too.
Everyone bitching, why Otis gonna do? Like, let him fucking be, man. Like, you all bitch about not getting new people on the title. They gave you someone new on the title.
Exactly. So, and the other thing is just like, believe it or not, this is a different era where you can't observe what the fans think in the theater in the arenas, but I can bet you 100% people would have been blowing the roof off when they saw him win. I'm just saying, because he's such a charismatic character.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a character. That's the thing I like about him.
And there's a lot of rumors that he may cash in on the tag titles than the world title. But then against SmackDown, he kind of like, Braun Strowman, watch your back.
Yeah, he was teasing them.
Manny Rose is going to influence bad decisions in that, man.
Oh, man. I mean, that would take some depth to the storyline if they did that.
We're going to have some rated R Otis.
I'm just saying. I'd like to see it.
They're going to have to. They're gonna do the Edge and Lita.
Listen. And nobody's there to stop them. Oh, my goodness. They can't say, oh, there were children in the audience. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has the best. Oh, yeah.
Ducky,
really
get the camera.
It's 100%. It's infectious. So I'm happy to see him having a good time.
Me too. I actually just ordered his Hasbro, his Mattel. Him and Tucky.
The one with the belt?
Yeah, because him and Tucky, they have a 2-pack on ringside on sale.
I was gonna say, I got you. Okay.
Not a 2-pack. They just come together. It's like $50 for both of them.
Got you. Well, you said it's on sale or it's not on sale?
It's
just out.
It's just out. Use the major bros and you get 10% off.
Nice.
I used their password. I actually found Billy Kay. I was very happy to find Billy Kay. I gotta find Peyton Royce now.
Oh, really?
And I found Mandy Rose.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll go into it towards the ending of the things I picked up, because I have been picking up a lot of wrestling figures. I just haven't been posting them because I don't really want to show my toy load on pandemic.
Hey.
So I'm just like, all right, I'll post them later.
They might be coming to get you. They find out.
Yeah.
Shit, this guy got a bunch of. Oh, let me get there.
Exactly. But I bought quite a few. I got like the Kofi Kingston WWE champion. I got the last Woken Matt Hardy figure that WWE did with the white suit for WrestleMania.
Okay.
I got that. I got the Booker T from WrestleMania. That WrestleMania versus Triple H.
Oh, the one. Oh, okay.
He had the white trunks and shit. I have that. I got that one. I got Billy Kay. I got Mandy Rose. Yeah, those are the ones I picked up.
Nice.
I found those in Target. I found Tommy found the other 3 for me.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Tenacious T.
Tenacious T, that asshole. Anyway, going into Monday Night Raw, we had a big announcement by Becky Lynch. Pretty much comes out. She pretty much brings the Money in the Bank with her, and
carrying the baby of the Messiah.
Mm-hmm. And I actually I liked the segment a lot because, one, Asuka had no clue that she was pregnant. She knew that she was gonna get the title. She had no clue why. So her reaction was natural. Her reaction and her surprise was natural, and I loved it. And like, she broke out of character just to fucking be happy for her, and that was something that's something I actually really like, is the fact that in the end of the day, again, this is a show, this is entertainment, but at the end of the day, that women's locker room is like a family. They're very close. They're all very close to each other and things like that, and they all support each other. So hearing that and seeing how Asuka reacted was it was a very nice touch.
I agree, and I was just like, it was good to see. Congratulations to Becky Lynch.
Asuka, before, when she first got the title, she fucking was dancing around. She told the fucking people to move off the table so she could dance on the table. Yo, she ran around the whole arena, and then came back in the ring to talk shit. And then fucking Becky was just really happy for her, and then she said that she's gonna be a mom. And then you see the reaction. And it was a nice reaction.
Yeah, it was like I was trying to say, like, she was. Congratulations to Becky Lynch for the good news. Hopefully, she has a happy, healthy baby.
Yep.
So that means she's gonna be gone for a while.
Yep.
So she had to give up that belt.
Yep. And there's nothing more deserving than what she did with her character. Like, I remember us maybe 3 years ago saying that, yo, she's very underutilized. She's probably one of the best in the mic. Why don't they use her? And then she finally got her niche with the man character, and she fucking launched. She was main event WrestleMania. She was everywhere. She talked about everywhere. And I'm very proud of her in that sense, and good luck for her.
But the other thing that should be pointed out is she, in her going away speech, she said that it was because of the fans that she got so much push. So it's still reassuring to see that the fans do actually have an impact.
Yeah,
so that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, it was a strong year because that's when the even with Kofi Mania going on, she was still hot, and that was something. And at the point when Kofi Mania was rise, Kofi was the talk of the town, but she was still up there with the crowd and everything like that. Her showing up, her promos, her even the matches. I think she had some of her best matches against Charlotte, and I actually thought the match she had with Asuka were some of her best ones. But yeah, I'm happy for her, and she'll be missed. But good luck with the baby. But then again, when she comes back, this fucking hell's gonna break loose.
It's just good to know the title's in good hands.
Someone wrote on one of the things, I hope she has twins so we can say Becky 2 babies.
I just hope that, like I said, she's having the children of the Messiah.
Yeah.
The child of the Messiah. So I wonder if
it's gonna be like another that. King Maxwell.
Something different.
He's gonna get some wrestling wins in his first year.
I mean, that might be a good thing.
You got Bobby Lashley defeating Humberto Carrillo. I thought the match was actually solid. He pretty much destroys him and gets DQ.
Yeah, it was a good match though. I like the direction they're going with Bobby Lashley and MVP.
Yeah,
because at least doing something different.
Yeah, and I feel Lana is kind of just there, and MVP at least he's doing promos for him. He's trying to do something. I think he's gonna have a little group going, and I think it'll work for him.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Angel Garza defeats Akira Tozawa. There was some tension maybe between Theory and Garza, so hopefully they work things out, or Theory might be on his own.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, when factions do that so early, it might be a little swerve.
Yeah.
But don't end it so early, you know what I mean?
I know that a lot of people a lot of people in the backstage, they are very happy with Austin Theory and just him being so young, but him being able to tell stories in the ring. He's like a years beyond like his time to in the ring kind of thing.
Yes, this is true.
Drew McIntyre defeat Andrade for a second time in champion versus champion within a month. So
also, I mean, damn, it was a damn near NXT pay-per-view quality match, I have to say. They were going at it.
Yeah, it was a really good match, but it was just like, okay, so now you're going back to the story, and I feel like we did this match already, so I'm like...
Exactly, that's the thing. It's like, don't wear us out.
Then we had a Moment of Bliss, because again, the women's tag champs, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, could go cross brands. They could go any brand they want.
It was that other thing too. Weren't they the guests?
No, they had the Moment in Bliss, and then Iconics came out, and they were supposed to be the guests, but they took so long to get
No,
them.
no, no. The other guests. They had this promotion starting on last Friday. They had mentioned
Yeah.
about the superstar. It was not a shakeout. It's
Oh,
a
they
thing
started
that.
it Monday.
So were they the ones that were doing it? Because they didn't have anybody else from SmackDown, right? Trying to make sure.
Um,
'Cause it was supposed to be for each show. They did one person was supposed to cross promote for each show.
no, they didn't do it for Raw. I think they
Oh, it's with
started
Baron
on
Corbin,
SmackDown
right? I think isn't his.
for next week.
Yeah, yeah, that's weird. How he's delayed.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
it's
they
next week.
announced it for next week that you're gonna have the wild card rule again. Fuck what they said. It's the wild card rule all over again.
No, no, but Charlotte, she was the one for SmackDown. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So I got you.
Yeah. Because Billy Kay and Peyton Royce were Raw.
No, no, no. I mean, I forget about the uh it's kind of amazing to see them go to the shows
Yeah.
already when they just got the belt, which is good because for the longest time that wasn't happening because it was on the same show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, because Bliss Cross are SmackDown, but they are
Yeah,
tag champs, so that rule don't even apply to them because they could go to any show.
to each show. Yep.
So can Alexa, can you go to NXT, please?
I mean, listen, at some point somebody has to get
Yes.
those tag belts, right?
But I was happy to see the Iconics back. Yay! They beat Bliss and Cross. It was a solid match. I actually liked the tag match that they had. They're adding more moves. They kind of did a magic killer in the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
I didn't like it. I actually liked it. The I think it was a schoolboy, no, not schoolboy, bulldog into the knee kind of thing they used to do. I think it was Billy Kay's knee, and then she'll grab their head and smash their head on their knee.
Yes, yes, yes.
I liked that move, but yeah, the Iconics are back, and shout outs to New Day podcast. The Iconics are actually on that podcast, and it was really great.
Awesome. I have to check that out.
R-Truth, Ricochet, and Cedric
Ricky.
Alexander
Oh Lord.
defeat
I
MVP
love-
Shane Thorne and Brandon Vick.
I love Byron on commentary for this match, and R-Truth had me laughing the entire time.
Yeah,
This is what I'm talking about. R-Truth WWE champion, please. So,
and then you have Bobby Lashley coming out in the end of the match and beating the shit out of R-Truth.
his ass.
R-Truth,
This guy died.
it's not deserving.
Uh,
Then you had Rey Mysterio teaming up with Alex Black. They fought Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Seth Rollins was like a dead stare with his hair all fucked up.
God. The new picture for Red Cyclone ain't on Twitter.
Yep. No, he pretty much looked like that. The match was actually
looked
solid.
like
Buddy
Twice.
Murphy was fucking killing it.
Yes. He looked like 2020 is what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's how everyone feels on this day, on 2020. It was a great match. I think Ray and Alistair got the win,
I believe so.
or it went to a DQ. I think it
He
went to a
went
DQ, yeah.
Nuts and like tried to kill Rey Mysterio,
and then he put his eyeball on the
damaged
step.
his eye. So yeah,
Yeah, that looked terrible. The Street
I
Profits. Oh, go ahead.
I believe there's an update on the website about his injury. So
Yeah, it was his eyeball.
So.
He put his eyeball into the staircase.
Ooh.
It looked nasty. I'm fine with if Seth Rollins is gonna be taking people's eyeballs. I'm all fine with that. We're gonna see a lot of Nick Fury wrestlers. Street Profits defeat the Viking Raiders 74-2 in a basketball game.
I did not see the game.
So,
this is part of the thing I didn't see.
My issue. All right, I don't mind silliness like this, but it kind of went too long.
How long was the game? Was that? Did they actually make you sit there and watch them play?
Yeah, it
till
was
that
like a
many
whole
points?
segment. Yeah, not the whole 72 points, but it was kind of like a basketball game on a sitcom.
Oh, okay.
And then after the game, you see Vic and Eric like actually know how to play basketball. They know how to shoot. And you see fucking Eric fucking dunk the ball.
That's great. I like that.
But it was silly. It was fun. shout outs to Bianca Belair creating the Street Profits basketball gear.
Oh, okay, nice.
She actually did it on her YouTube channel.
But damn, they all do. They all got channels for you to watch them do their thing.
Yeah.
Let me find out.
Shayna Baszler defeats Natalya. I was a little disappointed with this match. Kind of wanted more of a match, but you get what you get for a Shayna Baszler match. She also had a promo saying that Becky Lynch was dumb for not getting pregnant.
Oh, I actually thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, why would she say something nice?
Yeah. Randy Orton challenges Edge to a wrestling match. I actually thought the last segment was good. I thought the promos were great. And I like to see Edge. I'm happy to see him back. I kind of want him with a different appointment, but hopefully the wrestling match will change the aspect of everything.
Okay. We'll see. I didn't get to see it like the ending of Raw. I didn't get to see. So
yeah, so it was good. It was great promos between the two of them. Very good, like back and forth kind of thing between the two. And Randy Orton challenges him. The next pay per view is Backlash, and he challenges him to a wrestling match.
As in, like they can't punch a kid.
The regular wrestling match.
Oh, just
not a street fight. No DQ. A wrestling match. And I guess we move on to NXT. So what review you give Raw?
For what I saw, I give it a B.
B?
All right.
I give it a B plus.
Okay.
It's some solid stuff. There's a lot of story building at least, so at least they're trying to do something with it. But yeah. NXT for May 13th, 2020. First match was their Imperium. They defeat Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher because Matt Riddle accidentally hit Timothy Thatcher. He took it personally, and they just left it to a 1-on-2, and they lost the title.
What an asshole! All I had to say is Timothy Thatcher was being a dick because if you watch the match, he threw the guy, and the guy just hit him.
Yeah.
The body hit him, not Matt, and it was like, oh, he's just a dickhead. Whatever.
He's a dickhead, and the toothless dickhead. Stupid looking teeth. Asshole.
That dude is a warrior. You ever seen his matches? That dude fight.
I actually really enjoyed their match later on the night. So Riddle catches up to him. He talked to Regal. They challenged him to a match later on that night. We got Tegan Nox defeating Edie Hartwell. I thought that match was solid. It was a good showcase for Tegan Nox. I
had a question about that girl. She had. I've known we saw her. She was the one that got beat on Raw before.
Yeah, she got her arm broken by Shayna Baszler.
She got messed up by a bunch of people. She got beat by Charlotte once, I think. So. But my thing was, it was interesting to see them put her as a big woman because you saw the moves she was doing. I was like, why is she doing like big woman moves? I'm like,
oh, she did this choke slam.
No, Tegan Nox is the.
Edie Hartwell was
doing like big boots and like certain types of like slams. I'm like,
it's Australian things. The Australians all have long ass legs, so they do a lot of big boots and shit. All them Australians had long ass legs.
It was interesting her moveset.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's cool. That's classic style.
I think Tegan Nox needed to do a better choke slam.
Oh yeah, that shit was whack. Yep. I was sitting there like, ugh.
That's it.
Like, Kane, he's about to take that away.
I was like, all right, that's it. I'll burn you next time you do this shit. It looked more like the Scott Hall choke slam than.
Oh wow, that's a deep pull.
Jake Atlas defeat Tony Nese in the Cruiserweight tournament and Group A match. Tony Nese has no wins.
Tony,
that DDT was crazy.
Stay being the best disappointment ever. Tony Nese.
Cameron Grimes defeats Finn Balor with the help of Damian Priest and attacking from behind. So with Balor, originally he was supposed to fight Walter and things like that. So now I kind of feel weird that they putting Balor as a kind of a face, or I just feel like they have rivals. I don't know what they're doing with him in that sense.
I don't know. I thought it was cool because now he's going to fight Damian Priest.
I think it's going to be a good match, so I was fine with that. Maybe Cameron Grimes and Damian Priest start a little faction?
I don't know. Damian Priest seemed like he don't want to really be with them. He's a loner.
It's going to be like the Blade Vampire group.
All right, if you okay, listen.
Cameron Grimes being a naked vampire.
Jesus.
Oh
Shit.
man. It was a really solid match though. I think Cameron Grimes and Balor had a really good match.
Cameron Grimes,
I'm fine with
he's
this.
people don't give him enough credit. That dude is fucking good.
Yeah. Um, Jack Gallagher defeats Isaiah Swerve Scott. He gets his first win in the Cruiserweight tournament because of the help of Tony Nese.
Yes, and a little bit of an awakening for Swerve.
Yes.
So,
I still want Gallagher to win it.
really?
I think this is Kushida's. Kushida's winning.
Okay.
I think Kushida like it's his to win, but I will not mind if Jack Gallagher like catches up and fucking wins.
Yeah. I mean, he's not my pick. My pick was Swerve, but
I would like Swerve.
yeah,
Too. Swerve. I'm fine with Swerve as well.
I don't hate Jack Gallagher. I would prefer him than Kushida. For some, I'm not.
I feel
like
Kushida's.
Kushida.
I think he's straight.
I like Swagger the Christie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, he should have came back as That
That should have been his name.
That
right?
should have been his
That'd
name.
Cool.
Yeah. Kaden Carter defeats Aaliyah. Aaliyah can't win a match for
To save
anything.
her life. To save her damn life.
But Robert Stone was at the ringside to give a first glance at Aaliyah's performance. It looks like Aaliyah is going to be teaming up with Chelsea Green. Originally, it was supposed to be Durana Purrazzo, but like, you saw what happened with her. Yeah. And then Matt Riddle defeats Timothy Thatcher. You see, this is something I'm a little sad with the news about Drew Gulak being contract expired. I hope they do give him a new contract and things like that, because we're starting to see technician matches a lot more on TV.
Yeah. No. I know what you mean.
And this match was won. Like they worked the body. This reminded me of Benoit versus Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
Eddie
something
Guerrero
like that.
versus
Yeah.
Benoit. It went into that sack when they worked the body, they worked the arm, they worked the leg, and they fucking keep going at it. This was a vicious match, and I actually liked Thatcher a little bit more because of this match. So this was one of my matches of the week. I say the Money in the Bank title match was match of the week for me, but this one is close to it.
This was my non pay-per-view match of the week.
I think this and the Brian Gulak match, they're tied.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think this is like an eye opener for why he's there.
Yeah.
Thatcher is there, so.
I like wrestling. I do miss wrestling like that. That's why I kind of like New Japan in that sense, because they always have wrestling like that, and especially with the Never title, some of the matches I really enjoyed from that title. Even though I don't like a lot of those matches, but there's the particular ones I did enjoy. Like I liked it. What was it? Kenta. Kenta versus the Bulldog dude. What's his name?
Oh, it's about the guy with the, I forget. It's been so long now. How do I forget this guy's name? Stone Pitbull.
Yeah, Stone Bull.
Yeah, that guy.
He has a toy coming out, which I'll get into sort of later in the cast. They actually showed the actual the pictures of the Super 7 New Japan figures.
Nice. Okay. Good shit.
Yeah. My only thing, Ishii.
Oh yes. Thank you.
My only problem with this is they're $50 each. But the amount of detail they have for $50 each, it's pretty fucking incredible. Like, I'll send you the pictures and then we'll talk about it later on. But I'll send you the pictures so you actually see it. I'm a little disappointed with Tanahashi just because his hair looks kind of funny. And I guess you need the jacket.
I don't think anybody can capture that hair.
I think it's more the reason why the hair looks like the way it is because you had to put the jacket on and you get the whole effect. But him without the jacket kind of looks funny.
I got you. Cool.
I think that's my little disappointed. But yeah, I watched a little bit of AEW.
I actually watched the whole show.
Yeah, it was a right show.
All right, show.
You had the murder. Huh?
It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah. So in the beginning of the show, you had the Murder Hawk, Monster, Lance Archer, and Jake Snake came out. Then you had a wannabe Stone Cold with a Ford pickup truck, Cody, come out. I can't. So this is my issue with Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
he doesn't look like that kind of person to me.
What do you mean? What
Like
do you do?
a Ford pickup truck, like kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't see Stone Cold Steve Austin and Cody.
Well, I mean, he didn't come out and break glass or nothing, right?
No, but he came out of a black pickup truck like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's not. That's not. I get it, but that's just the style of truck. That's like a 2019 truck, I think. So
Nah,
that's
I
just
don't
a
see him
style.
in a pickup truck. I see him maybe like in a nice like
Oh, you
Ferrari, a
mean
convertible,
you mean
things like that.
vibes? Oh,
It
I
don't fit
got
his
you.
character.
I couldn't. I can't judge me on
I
that.
couldn't. So once
That's
I
probably
saw
his
that, it,
car.
it gave me douche chills, and I was just like, I don't fucking care about this match to be honest with you.
But that's funny.
But
I mean,
yeah.
maybe it's just you're not feeling Cody right now. That's probably
I
more what it
haven't.
is.
I does. He does a lot of things that's kind of annoying me, and I just don't care.
Yeah. So
He's my least. Honestly, I will say straight up, he's my least favorite thing in AEW.
okay.
Yeah, the Jurassic Express. They fought the best friends, which I feel like I've seen this match too many times within the short time that AEW has been around.
I can see you saying that. That makes a lot of sense. Why not?
Yeah,
Because their tag team roster, that's probably their weakest part. I
yeah,
feel in AEW. Because
and
even when they were
supposedly,
showing,
yeah,
they had a little thing in that particular show showing
yeah,
supposedly the strength of their lineup, and I was like, that's like 6 teams.
yeah,
And
and
yet,
half of them are not on TV.
but it's just like your roster is mad small.
Yeah.
Your tag team roster is mad small. So nah.
You had the AEW champion get announced. Moxley's gonna fight one of the the um the Dark Order people.
Mm-hmm.
You had the 4-way women's title. You had Penelope Ford versus Chris Statlander versus Dr. Britt Baker versus Sheeta, which she gets the number one contender. She wins again. She's set to fight Nyla Rose at Double or Nothing.
I thought that was probably like one of the weakest women's matches they had. I didn't like it that much.
Me either.
And the reason I didn't like it was because I could see the divide in Statlander and everybody else,
Yeah.
and it just made me mad. I shout out to Creative Pro because isn't that where she's from?
Yeah. She was trained by
She
Carl
moves.
Hawkins.
She moves like a superstar.
Yeah.
Like the way she goes up and down the ropes, the way she fucking like she's agile as fuck for a woman like the way she looks size wise, you would think she's probably more of a power person,
Yeah.
but she wrestles more like a hybrid, and it's like these
You
other
know,
girls
you know who
kinda
she
like
reminds me of? You remember that chick that was in the Mae Young Classic? I think she was the first match against the German chick.
um I know Jazzy, but the girl you're talking about, I don't remember.
I forgot her name. I can't think of her name right now. Mae Young Classic. I forgot her name. She was one of the people in the first round, and I can't think of
Okay.
her name. But anyway, she reminds me of her because she was kind of a little heavier, but the way she moved better than most.
You're not talking about Piper Niven, right? Please.
No, not Piper Evans. I know exactly.
She's in a different league because she's
Yeah.
still, even though she's bigger than most women,
Yeah.
God damn is she agile. So, but yeah,
I forgot her name.
that match just made me mad. It just made me mad.
Tiana Conky, Priscilla Kelly, I know who's that. Lacey Lane, Killer Kelly, I know her. Karen Q, I think it's Karen Q, maybe.
Okay.
I think she goes by Karen Q now, but she was. Yeah, I can't think of her name, but she was actually pretty good. I forgot Ashlyn Cade did the Mae Young Classic.
Oh shit.
She's the one in NWA, the NWA, former NWA champion, women's champion.
Yeah. Correct. Oh, I watched NBA too, NWA too.
Yeah, I didn't get to
Yeah, I
watch
see.
that, and I started it, and I didn't get to finish it, and I was a
That
little sad about it.
the interesting thing about that one was a
Go home.
episode they had teased. They had
Yeah.
teased because they showed they showed the Camille match.
Yeah.
I think like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that was the
Okay.
rest of the episode. Very good. Very good. And
Abby
I've been seeing
Leif.
it. Hmm?
Yeah, Abby. Kimberly. That's her name.
Okay.
Kimberly. She was in the first Mae Young Classic. She fought the German chick in the first round and lost. No, she won that match because the German chick lost.
Yeah,
But she was a shine. She reminds me of her because she's a little bit on the heavier side, but she moves like a cruiserweight. She was actually really good.
Gotcha.
But she reminds me of her anyway. But yeah, I was a little. I haven't been crazy about the women's division period in AEW, so it is what it is. You had the Inner Circle: Santana Ortiz versus Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy. It was an entertaining match.
Yeah, it was. I could 100% say that it was an entertaining match.
Yeah. You had Taz interview Darby Allin. After Darby Allin's lost to Cody, he refused to talk and walked away.
Yeah.
Then you have MJF with Warlord versus Lee Johnson was set, and he pretty much it was a jobber match kind of thing.
Yeah.
MJF wins the match. He challenges Marco Stunt next week.
Which is just hilarious because Warlow flattened him after that tag match. I was like, damn, why you had to do him that dirty?
You had Pineapple Pete versus Le Champion, Chris Jericho.
That I didn't see. So please tell me it was fun.
It was a fun match. Jericho just slapped him around, and it was a fast match, but it is what it is. Vanguard 1 came into the ring, and then Jericho beat it with a bat.
Oh, this is the part of the match I was supposed to watch.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Vanguard 1. Damn.
You're going to have Vanguard 2 with guns.
Please.
With a baseball bat. It's going to be like Sting. He's going to come from the Raptors and beat people with a bat.
Don't say that. I would love to see that.
Main event was the Falling Angel Christopher Daniels. He fought out the exhaled one, the Brody Lee. Brody Lee just beat the shit out of him.
Oh shit.
And then Brody Lee pretty much stole the AEW title.
Okay.
He stole it from him. He's like 9/10 of the law. The title is mine until you just come and get it. So he forced Moxley to sign a match to him to fight him at Double or Nothing. And then you had Moxley come out, beat up a lot of the Dark Order, and then Brody Lee leaves. And that was the end of the show.
Oh, okay. So how you feel about that?
The show was alright. It wasn't bad. I'll give the show a B-.
Yeah, overall, I'll give it a B-. I agree with that.
I say, honestly, for the last couple of weeks, the most interesting thing has been the broken Matt Hardy Jericho stuff. It's been fun. It's been entertaining. Like, again, like how Money in the Bank it was straight out entertaining more than wrestling. Those things have been straight out entertaining more than wrestling. Even though you had the wrestling, like the no DQ match last week that they fucking hit Sammy Guevara with the fucking golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
And things like that, but they're having fun doing it, and those are the things that are my highlights. Matt Hardy, I feel WWE restrained Matt Hardy, and that was not right. I think Matt Hardy deserves to fucking be great because that's something he does best is great. If it wasn't for him, the fucking that Boneyard match, the Firefly Funhouse match, the Money in the Bank you just did wouldn't exist because you wouldn't have had the idea because he did it first.
You're right.
So, like, he did it first to make it popular, and that's something that he don't get credit for. And I love Matt Hardy for that, and I love his creativity. His ring work is, he's getting old. Like, he can do a lot of the things, but he gives you a character that you believe in, and you understand what he's doing with the character, and I'm all for that.
I agree.
So, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the most part.
He's still entertaining.
Yeah. Announced for next week, you have Iron Mike Tyson's going to be on AEW Dynamite. He's going to be the enforcer for the Cody Rhodes and Lance Archer match, which Stone Cold Steve Austin again.
Oh, no. Please don't tell me he's going to wear cutoff shorts.
He's going to wear cutoff shorts. His old ball's going to hang out.
No, cutoff shorts for little boots like Stone Cold did. I don't want that.
Man. So one thing I was saying this last week, and it's something that I hate seeing, and I've seen it twice in AEW. Is not only Cody Rhodes, because someone else does the move as well. I think it was Penelope Ford. When you launch yourself to do a diamond cutter, and like the move don't make sense to me because you're dropping to the floor harder than the other person is. So wouldn't
You're
you be
right.
hurt by it?
You're right.
And those
You're
are
right.
things that annoy me.
You're right.
When he does the top rope one, I'm just like, why?
There's a lot of things, and this is kind of like I don't want to get into young wrestling, old wrestling,
Yeah,
indie, and professional, but there's still a lot of moves that I see mostly prevalent in AEW that it's like you took more damage than the other guy.
yeah.
What are you doing?
I like you see. This is my big key with wrestling today and just general, is the fact that I think the matches that really shout out to me, and those are the ones I always say, oh, that was a 5 match and things like that, are the matches that have story. The way you're telling me a story, you're fucking working the arm, you're working the leg. The person can't walk, he can't lift at you as much, so he's fucking up his moves and things like that. I miss those kind of matches in the days. We get them very far in between. We get them a lot in NXT, to be honest with you, more than anything.
You know, I'll give um, Raw, SmackDown credit for the people who do it,
Yeah,
and SmackDown right now, well, unfortunately, it's coming to an end. But Daniel Bryan is one of those people.
yeah. Hopefully, hopefully they get work a deal with Gulak and he still retains, because they kind of have him in the storyline, and he's kind of key into the storyline right now. So I was like, that would be dumb to just let him go like that.
Yeah, I
Then
agree.
like one day randomly that Drew Gulak is not training Daniel Bryan. It's like, what was the whole point of the last couple months then?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
anyway, going into AEW, you gave B minus. I give it a B minus. We go into SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we didn't get review NXT. I give it NXT A plus.
I give it an A plus. That
Yeah,
last match was.
yeah.
Whew.
You have the beginning of the Intercontinental Championship tournament, which I'm sad that Sami Zayn, they stripping Sami Zayn of the Intercontinental title. I love what he's been doing on Twitter. It's been hilarious. He was like, "Who's the next IC champion? They should be ashamed." That's what he wrote. And he
That's
still
hilarious.
declares himself the IC champion until he's beaten for it, things like that. So you actually have story coming in if he does decide to come back, or if they may let him go because he's not working right now. It depends on what the situation is. But you had Elias versus King Corbin. Elias defeats King Corbin. I was really disappointed because I kind of had Corbin maybe taking the title.
I can see that, but you know what? He got full of himself and he lost.
Yeah,
Because you know what you know what it was. It was the things I like about King Corbin is kind of when he loses in a match, it's mostly his fault.
yeah,
And this match, he lost because he was out there playing the guitar and whatnot, acting
yeah,
a fool. I love it. I love it.
yeah. It was a
It
good
was a great
match.
match. It was a good match.
The next match, you had Dana Brooke defeat Naomi. It was an okay match.
Okay.
A lot of botching. She kind of botched the finish. She didn't
Wow.
look fluent. I was a little disappointed with it, but yeah, Dana Brooke wins.
So what? Now is are they in contention for like are they in a tournament as well as like 'cause, you know the guys they're in an IC title tournament. Are the
No, the
girls
women's
like
just having matches.
okay.
Danny Bryan versus Drew Gulak. This would be my second match of the week of regular TV. It was a fantastic. It was a fantastic match.
It was that thing you just described. The storytelling matches between two guys. They didn't hate each other, and they were just kind of like rivals, but they were
Yeah,
more like partners. Like they said, iron sharpens iron. So you need a guy on your level to help you stay sharp.
yeah,
And so it was good to see. The number one thing I came away with this match is that I like that Daniel Bryan is a wrestler who, if he weakens a part, can submit you with a move that is not his finisher.
yeah,
Realistically, when I watch wrestling and they put like 75% of the time damaging a leg and your finisher is a fucking diamond cutter, what the hell did I have to do with the match?
yeah.
Like, so I like that he's so skilled that even in storyline he can do that. So I'm like, that was good.
Yeah,
was
he
great.
finished him with the figure four leg lock, which was fucking great.
No, it wasn't a figure four. It was a knee bar.
Yeah, it was an
He
knee
fucked
bar.
up his knee with like, yo, they
Yeah,
did the instant replay on the snap he did though.
yeah,
I've never seen that before. He did a snapdragon with the foot only
yeah,
and turned his knee sideways. I was like, ooh.
yeah. That was a good match. I really enjoyed that match. I like wrestling like that. Bring more. That's wrestling right there.
Yes, I don't like Michael Cole on commentary.
Yeah.
Like, is this supposed to be a classic Corey Graves? And he seems so condescending towards
Yeah.
that style of wrestling. It's like, I think that's the Vince coming out and telling him to say those lines because I don't think Vince liked that style of wrestling.
Pretty much I was just run up the story. So pretty much at the beginning of the show, you had Otis come out with Miz and Morrison, and pretty much they just baffled him being Money in the Bank and all that shit. So he challenges. They challenged him to get a partner because Tucky was not around, and they'll fight him later.
On the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
That's literally what he said. He said he got dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
So then you had Otis ask Braun Strowman, and pretty much Braun was like, "Yeah, I understand what you're trying to do, and I understand you. I give you balls for asking me, but he'll think about it." But he lined up tagging with Otis, and it was Otis, the Money in the Bank winner, and Braun Strowman versus the Universal Champion versus Miz Morrison.
Yes,
it was a fun match. It was a fun match for the most part. I like the way it ended, and then it kind of ended as in Mandy Rose comes out, and it looked like Otis was going to try to cash in.
And then he did a little creep.
Yep.
Like he was going to try to roll him up or something. I was like, what are you doing? But he put the case on the floor, so
yeah.
I guess he really was joking with him.
Yeah. But who knows? I feel Mandy's going to bring the evil out of Otis.
That'd be good. That'd be a nice character change for Otis.
He gonna have a suit with his belly out.
Ah, yeah. No. But it was fun. And you know what's funny? I like the social media team with this match because they had the picture of the win.
Yeah.
And then they said, what do you call this tag team? And I was just like, I don't know. Big business.
Big business.
Big business. That's what you call it.
Yeah.
Big and bigger? I don't know.
The biggies. I don't know.
The biggies. Oh, well, then you put Biggie in the team. There you go.
There you go. I think you asked for his name back, motherfucker. I'll take my name.
Yeah.
So that's our. What do you give SmackDown?
I give SmackDown an A.
I give it an A too. It was a fun show.
Yeah.
Really good, solid wrestling. Next week we got Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles on the IC title tournament, and you also got Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Yeah.
Who you think is gonna win?
I got Sheamus. You know what? I have a feeling. You know what? I think
Jeff
it's gonna be
Jeff plot armor.
Huh?
Jeff has plot armor.
Yeah, I think Jeff Hardy's winning. I think Jeff Hardy's winning, and I think AJ.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
If AJ wins that match, I can see him winning the whole thing.
Yeah, me too.
I can definitely see that.
All right. Podcasts we listen to. This would be our segment. We tell you some podcasts we listen to, wrestling based, and check them out because there are a lot of literally good conversations. One of them that spotted out was the New Day. Feel the Power. I said it earlier that they had the Iconics.
Awesome.
On the podcast. It was actually a really good talk. Really good thing. They talked about one of the videos they recorded for an Up Up Down Down. That it was a bowling match between the Iconics and the New Day, and I think it was the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
And Big E was just playing fucking horsing around, and he was running around, and Billy Kay slapped his butt, and he would run around the whole thing and then bowl, and he got a strike. So then he did it again. He got another strike. So they kept doing it in different ways. It was stupid. It was fun.
How many did he get?
He got like I think he almost got a turkey. There's 3 in a row.
Oh, okay.
And then they stopped. But anyway. But I did listen to that. I'm been catching up with Chris Van Vliet because he had a lot of people on this week.
He had one every day.
Yeah.
I think for 2 weeks or something like that. A lot.
Tuesdays and Fridays, that's where he releases them.
Okay, so that was a special thing with Ziggy Dice. There was a week of podcasts. So.
So
He's
he
at
had Hurricane on Tuesday, and he had Aiden English on Friday. I didn't get to listen to either one of those, so I heard the Aiden English one is actually really good, and Helms one is good as well. He had Heath Slater and Zack Ryder last week, so
yes.
definitely check those out. I think Lillian Garcia, I forgot who she had.
She had Otis last week.
She had Otis this week, yeah.
Yes.
She had Heath last week.
Okay.
No, she had Keith Lee last week. She had Otis this week, which was a good conversation as well. I liked it. It was fun. Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They kind of announced their feature in the Retrofest WrestleMania game, and they had also an interview with Bubba Ray Dudley, which was actually really fun to listen to. So definitely check that one out. It was a long ass show though. It was like about a 3-hour show. So prepare yourself.
All right. I did get to hear After the Bell with Christian.
That was a good one as well.
But I heard that one. That was pretty good.
That was a really good one as well. And I've been listening to Game Marks. They did the Games Mark. They did the WWE All Stars with the Major Bros being guests on their podcast. That was actually a really fun cast as well.
Are any of them in that game?
No.
That's interesting, because wasn't like that around when because I don't remember, because I remember there's a lot of wrestling that I did miss, but I know CM Punk is in that game. Why is Matt Cardona, aka Broski, not in that game?
See, he said the same thing too. He was like, I don't understand why I was not in this game.
He's like he would have been perfect visually.
Yeah.
Like if they did the old school one with the headband and the glasses, like that'd have been what? Shame.
Yeah.
That kind of sounded like his whole career there. It was just like, how come he's not in this? Oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah. Moving on from that, those are the casts that I could think about right now. Oh, Chris Jericho. Talk Chris Jericho. He had Owen Hart's wife, widowed, on, and they kind of talk about a lot of the stuff outside. They didn't really talk about what's going to be on the show. They kind of talked about outside of wrestling, his Owen Hart's kids, his mentality, and how he was as a person and things like that. It's a very eye-opener, a very sad story, because I really like Owen Hart. Owen Hart was like one of my favorite guys back then. I feel like they had a big spot for him being a WWE champion as the King of Hearts, Owen Hart, and I feel like they failed on that.
That could be said for a lot of fucking people.
But especially Owen Hart at that time. During that time, he was hot. He was probably the biggest heel that they had there, and especially with Brett having the WWE title. You could have gave him a run with the title, and I think it would have been very good.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they just missed the boat with a lot of people.
Yeah, like Scott Hall. Scott Hall was one that he should have been WWE champion, but he never got the belt as well.
You right?
Martha Hart. That's her name.
Martha.
She's like a doctor now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then her son is a lawyer. I think a environmental lawyer, and I forgot what his daughter is doing now. But it's sad to hear a lot of the things that happened with the family and stuff like that. She said like pretty much the Hart family kind of like turned their back on them during the lawsuits and things like that. It's a lot of like eye-opening things. It's kind of really fucked up, but it was a really good conversation. I love. It made me love Natty in a way, is the fact that Natty's the one that tries to connect with the whole family.
Okay.
And I think she's the only one that actually has contact with Martha.
Gotcha.
She's the only one that actually will call and like see how she's doing and things like that. And out of the whole Hart family, she's the only one that kind of stood in contact with her. Other than that, like none of and it was the grandkids. It was not even it was like the kids, not the brothers and sisters, not even Brett, and kind of made me kind of annoyed with Bret Hart in a way, in that sense as well.
Did they ever come to some reasoning? Does she come with a reason why she?
No, she just didn't care. She was just like, if you're not gonna do that, then I'm just gonna do my thing, and that's fine.
Interesting. Okay.
She had her family. She's like, I have my family and things like that. It was like but the Hart family didn't really back her up in any way with a lot of the things, and also, Stu, like you couldn't even think Stu Hart was like really old at the time and before Owen Hart died
Right.
and things like that. So it was like he was old when he had Owen. He was like 50 years old when he had Owen.
Right. Right.
So it was crazy. But it's a really good conversation. Definitely check it out. The last episode of Dark Side of Wrestling airs on Tuesday, and that's the Owen Hart story that you're gonna see more. You're gonna hear more about the tragedy that happened, and yeah, definitely check out Dark Side of Wrestling. Period. That show's been fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of crazy crap. There's a lot. You know what? There's a lot of cocaine involved in every fucking video.
But you know, listen, they were
The
carnies
cocaine.
and criminals. This is what wrestlers were. They were
The
carnies and
cocaine.
criminals.
Yo, you gotta listen to the Herb and the Herb Abrams one. One of the wrestlers pretty much said, "Yo, he died doing what he loved to do: cocaine and hookers."
That sounds great. That's
It
hilarious.
was fucking
That's
dumb.
hilarious.
And yo, the dude was a fucking character. So definitely check out that one. I think that was the only one you kind of missed. And the Road Warrior was the one that was last week.
Gotcha. Will do.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. You have anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. So we're gonna wrap this up. Please like and subscribe and follow all our social medias. We are on YouTube right now live. Follow me on Mark with the Mic on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and Twitch TV, all Mark with the Mic. Follow our Facebook pages, the Wrestling Babble and the Red Cyclone Inc. page. Follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow us anywhere, everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you also check out the It Gets Better I Swear podcast on
Yes.
those two channels.
And-
And you know, check out the what is it, the Facebook group,
Yes.
Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes. Also, check out all our other podcasts that's on the Mark with the Mic and Red Cyclone Inc. We have the Shell Shock. We have the Shell Shock podcast, all Ninja Turtle podcast. We got the Not a Trekkie podcast and the Gamer Rage podcast all coming out, and the Morphin Cast, which
Yes,
is coming, and we are at the Super Sentai version of Gigamon, which is like Lost Galaxy. Our next review will be like Speed Rescue. Check out everything we do and like, subscribe, man. Tell us how you like it. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
6 feet. Wash your hands with that sandwich.
Yeah.
The sandwich better be wet.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to eat it.
Soggy bread. Ew.
Hell
Peace
How
out,
you know
laters. That was just nasty. You ever had wet bread? Like your bread, your
Yeah.
plate was still
Yeah,
wet
not good.
and it's
Not good.
so angry.